Hey you guys, my name is Brianna, which means high, exalted, noble, and strong. Today I'm coming to you with a video about, honestly, my mood right now. I'm highly bothered right now because I just got back from a trip to Boston and I had a 13-hour layover in Boston. I am bothered because as I got back from that trip, I get back to the crib, even though, that's another thing. My spirit feels uneasy right now. And I'm really bothered about that because I take my peace very, very seriously. And that's why I don't like going around nobody, especially right now, because just people are just so evilly rooted and have such bad intentions. You just can't really trust anybody. My gosh. But yeah, so I got back from the trip. I'm at the crib, the crash pad that I'm at, and which I'm leaving at the end of this month and going to another one. This will be my fourth crash pad. I can only stay in a crash pad for so long because there's always somebody in the crash pad that gets obsessed with me and just starts basically trying to start a war with me. What makes them want to start this war with me is be quiet and mind my business, y'all. That's a true thing that bothers these people. Being truly kind and minding your business starts war with these people. But yeah, I can only stay in these crash pads for so long. I think it's like my limit is like two and a half months, 3 months, and I just see it as it builds up with these people. They just can't take it. I'm just back. I was back at the crash pad, and I already had made it in my mind that when I got back, since we had gotten up so early, I was gonna either take a nap and then get up and go work out, or just straight get up and go work out. But as I'm sitting there in the room, resting up, my mood is becoming more and more uneasy, and I've already came to the conclusion that either the crash pad owner with her weird self, or the boy that lives in the crash pad with me be coming in my room. I did a booby trap because I was talking to another coworker, and she said that she does the same thing because just for some reason people just like to invade people's space. But like I did it to where like I had ripped 3 pieces of paper off of my notebook, and I put it in my door. I put 1 piece of paper on the ground to make it seem like if that, like, they would probably think, whoever came in the room would probably think that piece of paper fell, so they would try to replace it and put it with the other 2 pieces of paper when they closed the door back. And then I put 2 pieces of paper in the door when I closed it. And so I went to Walmart and I came back, and one of the pieces of paper is, I still haven't found the piece of paper to this day. It's nowhere to be found. And so that's how I concluded that weird boy be in my room. And the crash pad owner, she's so weird and got such a obsessive behavior with me that I wouldn't be surprised if she be in my room. The more I'm sitting in that room, I'm just feeling more and more uneasy, and it's really annoying me. I'm trying to figure out, like, I like to, figure out what's going on with me, talk to myself and be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Because I didn't feel any type of way. Like, yeah, I was dealing with a lot, like, weirdos on the trip, but nothing to where I was bothered when I got home. So why am I feeling bothered? Why is my spirit feeling bothered? And so when I just left, I was supposed to leave at 3, but I left a little bit before 3 to come to the park to work out. The thought crossed through my head to want to listen to secular music, and I'm just like, no, I'm going to listen to my music. And I'm just like thinking, as I'm listening to my music, I'm listening to it, and then I'm like, am I feeling guilt? Like, well, I did talk a little bit on the trip, but I didn't do anything to where I would feel guilt. So what's going on with me? Why am I bothered? And so I sat, as I'm like driving to go get my water and stuff like that, I'm just thinking on it. And I remember the boy, there's this dude that I work with on this trip, and he sat in the back with me, straight up and down weirdo, y'all. Gave straight up demon, y'all. Handled it so swiftly that I was not bothered. But dude just was doing all types of weird stuff, like telling me like weird gay stories, taking pictures of men's butts, on the flight, calling men, like calling random men his lap child, looking up the men's names, full names, looking up these men's full names on his phone, finding their Instagrams and stuff, and stalking these people. And anytime he would see one that was like attractive or whatever, he would call them his lap child and take pictures of them and say that he's gonna tell his husband about it. And you could tell he was trying to make me uncomfortable with his stories. Like anytime we'd be talking, he would like go out of his way to bring up his partner and tell like weird, creepy stories and talk about how his partner is a priest at a Catholic church. Just like saying little things to try to get me bothered. And every time he would do something, I would just, either change the subject or talk my way out of it, or go to the restroom or walk away. Like, y'all, I was real life proud of myself because I have not been myself. I've been very angry lately, and just for this like past week, I've been feeling like myself again, where I feel joyful again for the first time in a minute. And I've been, thanking God for that. And I've been also like going into the world where I'm doing it again, to where like even though people are like rejecting me, and if they like have like a rude reaction when I interact with them, I'm still myself. And I've been really happy about that. And that's how I handle myself this entire trip as well. So I didn't care to come tell no story about this guy immediately, but since the way I'm feeling right now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop how I'm feeling about this dude, because I'm not feeling it. So let's start out with the meeting with this guy. Met like usual. All the flight attendants came together. As soon as we left Orlando, that's when this dude started with his stuff, with his ultimate creepy stuff. So I was in the back with him, so I was forced to talk to him. I didn't we had a full flight, so I didn't have any I did have somewhere to sit on the first flight, but before I went to go sit in the first flight, I thought, I have to sit here for a certain amount of time in the jump seat, so I'm gonna talk it up with him until I get up and go to where I'm gonna go. As I'm sitting there talking it up with him, he's talking about how long he's been working for the company, and he's been at the company for about 12 years, talking about all these diseases that he got, all these health problems that he got, and the real reason why he has the health problems. Then he gets to the point of saying why he has all the health issues. Yeah, he was saying that when he was younger, he died for like 15 minutes, and he told me a story of how it happened, how he went skinny dipping with a bunch of his friends from the Navy, and they jumped in the water while they were drunk, and they didn't notice that he wasn't there for 15 minutes, and then when they finally found him, he was unconscious. And when he went to the doctor's office, when he went to the hospital, he just came back to life, and the doctor told him specifically, he was like, I don't know how you came back to life, because I did not bring you back to life. I don't know what happened, where your life came from, but I did not bring you back to life. And so he said that also, he was like, every time he sees the doctor, he gets goosebumps or chills, because he doesn't know how that man came back to life. And so continuing forward, like he said it, like he just was so proud of that too. It was very, very weird. But I had already made up my mind from just the way he was. I was just like, oh, you give him full-blooded demon. Okay, cool. I don't care. Like, that's your business. I'm giving you hardened heart over here. So I do not care. That's what I'm giving. So all that you got to offer, all that you're trying to bring, all that extra stuff, I do not care. So he keeps talking about himself. I wasn't really listening to him at that point. I had already closed off, made up my mind, yeah, you give him full demon, don't care. Gonna avoid you as much as I can. Can't avoid you too much, because they're forcing me to be in the back of this airplane with you. And I even had a thought across my mind, like, dang, this is crazy. This man's been working here for 12 years, and there's no way around him being around people, and this is a full-blooded demon. And so time continues on, and as he's doing all that talking and not listening, what did catch my eye was, so for some reason he got all up in my face. I'm sitting in the jump seat, and he's sitting in the jump seat next to me, and for some reason he like comes closer, like into my face, and I'm looking at him acting like I'm listening to what he's saying. And I catch, because like when he's looking at me, it would be his left eye. I catch his eye, and his eye did something really weird that I caught. And I'm just sitting there looking at it, and then it went back to normal. I like zoned in it. That's the only time I really just like looked him in his eye fully. Yeah, I was just sitting there looking him in his eye. Like, what the heck is going on with your left eye? And then after that, we continued talking. I already knew what was up, so I didn't care, y'all. I don't care. I know these demons out here exist, and I know what's up. So, and I'm not scared of no demon, y'all. Like, I just know what's up, and I think it's sad that normal people that don't know what's up have to be around that. That's what bothers me. But I noticed that, and I was just like, wow, story time. Nah, I was just like, wow. And so time continues on, and we finished out that flight. I ended up getting up and going to a jump seat, which really, going to another seat that was free, which was like one of the only free seats that was on the airplane. But I was just like, I gotta get away from him. I don't want to be around him. That upset that man. Like, time went on and came to the end of the flight. We had to go back to our jump seats. That's when he started like slamming stuff, just randomly slamming things, slamming doors and things like that. I was actually surprised with myself, because every time he slammed something, nothing in me jumped. I can sometimes, when I'm caught off guard, I can be jumpy. I'm not scared. I don't fear much, but like, it caught me off guard that he kept slamming things, but I never flinched. Nothing. Like, I just, like, every time after he would do it, like, he would be like, boom. And I'd be like, what the heck? Why is he slamming things? And I turned to the side, and I looked at him, and I was just like, I asked him, I was like, you okay? He didn't even answer the question. He just started talking again. As time continued on, then we get to the next trip. So on the next trip, he starts doing this thing where I could feel that he starts trying to throw this weird lust at me. So I'm like thinking in my head, ain't you gay? Like, what's going on? So how he does this, which is very disrespectful, is like when we were doing an activity that we have to do every trip before we take off, or like I have to like squat down and grab it. When I would he did this for the rest of the time that we were on the trips too. Every time like I would come up, he would be standing there with his junk right in my face. First time he did, I was like, why are you walking up on me like that? Didn't answer the question again. Just act like he was being helpful, and took what I was picking up from my hand, like, oh, I'm being helpful. Like, he didn't answer, he didn't say anything. He just tried to act like he was being helpful. And so I'm just thinking in my head, I'm putting like, it's all like coming to me quickly. I'm seeing it, grabbing it, like, boom, boom, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing now. That's what you're doing now. Last thing that made me just feel really uncomfortable was like, I asked him to see if he could see like my gray hair, because I have like 2 gray hairs right here, and there's like a light switch that was like next to me. And so he was like, I can't see it. So he was standing he was standing back here. He's like, I can't see it, which was like clear light on my head. And he like went all the way up on me and touched the light. For some reason, again, I did not react. It was just clicking in my head, like, I see what's going on, but I wasn't bothered. I just was like, you're a straight up weirdo. And what crossed through my head was, wow, people have to work with this. Wow, with the way that this company is set up and how they support this type of person. Wow, I can't even report this weird form of harassment that I'm going through, because wow, this company does not even care. This type of aviation, because just the way that they are. He said a whole lot of other just like weird things that he was trying his hardest to make me uncomfortable with and stuff like that. But it just like I had it on lockdown. My heart was hardened, so I was not bothered, and you could tell that bothered him so much to where like the next day when we came in for the last flight up, we're all at the hotel and we're getting together. He comes downstairs and I'm like, hi, such and such, demon. He didn't say anything to me. He walked right past me and started talking to the other flight attendant. And I was just like, it's because I'm bothering your spirit because I'm so unbothered with all that weird stuff that you bring into the table. And he just continued on doing the same stuff on the last trip that we were all together. But I just was like, I was just so proud. That's why I came home so proud of myself, because I was not bothered. But y'all, be careful with these people out here. Like, really trust yourself and know what's up. I didn't really want to tell the story because I gave 2 of the flight attendants my YouTube information, which I kind of regretted, because people just don't, like, when you're not worldly, people really don't understand. They don't understand that this information that I'm bringing to the table, these videos that I'm sharing information about, are things that people truly need to hear, especially true children of God, and they're living for the world and they're thinking worldly, so that it goes over their head. Respectfully, that's the honest truth. But I don't care. It's the truth. And with the way that my spirit was bothered, I just felt like it needed to be said. But back to the subject of my crash pad. So I'm kind of figuring that I don't think it was that weird man that has my spirit bothered like that. I think that it was the fact that that weird lady or this weird dude at my crash pad were in my room while I was gone. And I always get that type of feeling when I go away on a trip and I come back from the trip, because I have to get on my knees and pray and put my anointing oil all over my room to protect myself from the spirits that those people at that crash pad have on them. And it's annoying because it's like I do have concrete evidence on old boy, but I knew way before I even booby trapped him like that, because of how my spirit was bothered when I would come home from my trips, because random people being in my room. Like, she gets a maintenance lady once a month, and that's the only time that the house is clean, kinda, because she gets it right back dirty at the end of the day. But I don't even let the maintenance lady come in my room, because I don't know her like that. Like, as I was sitting here telling the story, I don't think that my spirit was bothered because of him. I feel like I handled myself correctly. But I do need to go. When I get back to the crib after doing this workout, I am gonna get on my knees, repent, and just in case I did anything wrong, pray everything off. Crib, I'm gonna spend some time reading my Bible, getting prayed up, get that room back cleared up with anointing oil, and get it back together, because I cannot stand when my spirit is bothered like that. And it's seeming like I'm becoming very sensitive to a lot of things, and I'm noticing more with all the fasting and the praying and with the way that I'm moving. But anywho, I kind of just figured that out for myself. I'm pretty sure it was these weird people in this crash pad, and I can't wait to leave, which is, I'm not going to be happy with where I live until I have my own spot, and I will not be letting anybody in my spot once I get my own spot. But yeah, that's all I really have to say, y'all. But yeah, y'all, please just don't be letting anybody keep you company, be around you, be in your home, because 1, energy is passed very easily. 2, people be having bad intentions for people and really be preying on people, and also they can just drain you. So yeah, make sure you stay prayed up, make sure you stay in that Bible, and make sure you're using that anointing oil. That's all I have to say. Like and subscribe. I added 2 playlists on my channel to where you can find secular music. I mean, not secular music. You can find good Christian music. Where one's called Christian Bangers, and that's what I usually listen to when I'm working out. And the other one's called Cool, or I think it's called Pure Now. And that's like, you know, when you're trying to chill, that type of music. I have some artwork out that I'm gonna start selling. Some visions that I got from God. That's the type of art, that only type of art I really want to draw. And when it comes to my artwork, y'all, I really like that video that I posted, A Vision for God. The first one I posted, both of them, but the first one I posted, like, God literally put that into my mind of what he wanted on that canvas, and I did it. That's really how that went. And with the next one too, well, the next one was more like he put it in my heart, and I put it on my heart and put me through experiences, and that's what I put on that canvas. So yeah, check that out, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.